Playing it from a different angle as it slammed into the
So, on 9/11, where were you when you first heard the news about the planes crashing into the Twin Towers?
So when it happened, basically, it was 6 o'clock in the morning for us in Los Angeles. And we got a phone call. I was in the room. I guess we just woke up. I was in the bed with my wife, and we basically got a phone call from France, from my mom, telling us to put the TV on to see what's happening in New York. That's what we did right away.
Is there anything weird you can remember? Like any weirdly specific?
I mean, for us, it was like we were looking at a movie. It was unreal. I could not believe that this thing could happen in New York, where basically I have a lot of friends and family too. And my brother at the time used to work at a software company that was basically where it happened. I forgot the name of what's the name of the stock market street in New York?
Wall Street.
Wall Street. Okay, yeah. My brother used to work in an office in Wall Street. I mean, next to Wall Street. So basically, we were wondering what's happening, and we were trying to call. No communication was going through. We were just looking at TV, and basically we saw the first tower being hit when we opened the TV. So one tower was already down, and we saw live basically the second plane coming into the second tower.
Did you know anyone who was affected in 9/11, like who unfortunately passed away?
Yeah, we have a friend of ours. The husband was in the tower, and basically we haven't heard from him for like almost a year, when they could finally determine a piece of his body. That was a rib, actually, and that was a good friend of us, husband, that passed, and the wife was pregnant when it happened, of the first child. So the child never met his father, just through magazines and TV shows and stuff like that about it, but not in person.
How do you feel the world has changed after 9/11?
The word I would not say, because it's hard to give, an idea of the world, basically. But I guess for me, it changed a lot. First of all, I used to travel a lot. Now every time I take a plane, I'm kind of stressed. Looking the people around, looking at if anything happened during the flight. Yes, I mean, it used to be transportation that was easy. Now you have to go through so many securities. I mean, yeah, the freedom of people get affected by this. Yeah.
So you don't feel safer with like the new things?
I'm trying not to think about it, but I'm still, feeling uncomfortable every time I take the plane. A little bit. It's kind of fading away, but you still have those ideas, looking around, looking if the faces are, not somebody that could do something. I mean, it's kind of, change for me in this way, yeah.
And what do you think going forward people should take away from what happened at 9/11?
What do you mean, taking away?
Like, when people look back at the event, what do you think they should think of that's important, or like what should they remember that's important? Like stopping terrorism, or?
Yeah, for sure. You have to. It's a fight that has to be done by every single person. because we know that those terrorists they can go into the life of people and make them do things thinking that it's for the good of other people, but at the same time, when you kill that much people in September 11, I don't think anybody can take benefit of it. It's just a disaster and a trauma for, at the end of it, it didn't bring anything to nobody. It didn't liberate anybody, or it didn't help anybody to conquer anything, and it didn't do anything besides the loss of people. I don't see today what this event, I mean, what happened September 11, benefit to anyone. I don't see.
All right. Thank you, Dad, for coming. Thank you for doing the interview. See you guys.